Tesla is working on a next-generation platform at half the cost of the Model X and Model Y. It's about time, right? During the conference call that followed the release of Tesla's third quarter financial results, Musk confirmed, quote, "It's the primary focus of our new vehicle development team, obviously. At this point, we are done with the engineering for Cybertrucks and for Semi. So, obviously, that's what we're working on. The next generation vehicle, which will probably be about half the cost of the 3 and Y platform. It will be smaller, to be clear." Now, by the way, we should note that half the cost means half of Tesla's cost. That doesn't necessarily mean half the price for the consumer. Right now, the cheapest Model 3 listed on Tesla's site is 47 big ones, and the Model Y is 66 big ones. Of course, we're very likely talking about the same vehicle that Tesla previously targeted towards the $25,000 price tag. I mean, what else could it be? Starting back in January of 2020,
before the dark times,
Tesla announced a Chinese-designed electric car to be made for the global market. 6 months later, they began taking design submissions, showing off this sketch just to get the ball rolling. And then, come September, at Tesla's Battery Day event,
we're confident that long-term we can design and manufacture a compelling $25,000 electric vehicle.
This was before inflation kicked in, so bear that in mind. At this time, it was proposed that the vehicle could have 200 miles of range and even be fully autonomous. Musk even asked if the car should have a steering wheel at all. Sources who were at the meeting told Electrek that Musk correlated the release of this new model to the company achieving deployable full self-driving. Now, at this time, Musk believed that it was about 3 years away. But here we are today in late 2022, and Musk has announced that Tesla is finally working on the platform of which the cheap car will sit. This is really good news considering that just back in January of 22, Musk said that Tesla did not have anyone working on the cheap car at that time. Engineering staff had been moved around to focus on the sweet dance moves of the Tesla robot. Now, presumably, those staff are actually still there working on the robot because Musk mentioned specifically that with the Semi and Roadster out of the way, they can get engineering onto the cheap car. But just how cheap will this car be? Personally, I'm not really holding my breath for the $25,000 mark. That number was said a long time ago, and Tesla really doesn't have the best track record for price predictions. But they technically do, kind of. The Model 3 was supposed to start at $35,000, which they did, and that was before the inflation crisis. The Model S was supposed to start at $50,000, and it technically did, but that was with a software-locked version that was actually discontinued quite quickly. Now, Tesla and Musk have had an affordable car and an even more affordable car on the docket since the Bush administration. So, obviously this is a priority for Tesla as of now, but what does my crystal ball say for the price and timeline? I'm going to shoot for $28,900, and I think we could see it in 2024. Price-wise, I think that Tesla is going to keep that same target, but with inflation and costs of materials going up, there's really no way that Tesla is going to get away from that. I think there will be some cost savings in the car from the get-go, such as the size, the interior quality, and so on. I think this is where Tesla is going to squeeze out some extra profit. But yeah, I think they're going to have to be attached to that $25,000 ballpark. If they go too high at $29,900, everyone's going to say a $30,000 car, which isn't bad, but then they're going to start comparing that to the Model 3. And I think Tesla is going to have to avoid that by getting the price low enough. Now, regarding the timeline, I'm actually fairly optimistic. I think Tesla's going to get this car out the door pretty fast. At some point, someone's going to have to tell Elon that they can't wait for full self-driving to be completely done, and they certainly can't wait for it to go through the slow process of becoming legal. When the steering wheel gets back onto the cheap car, I think the floodgates are going to open. All that investment in manufacturing robots, design, body casting, and battery supply, I think all of that's going to come flooding out, and Tesla is going to see some ridiculous sales numbers. But that's just the opinion of some guy who works for a relatively small digital news company. I want to know what you guys think. There's a few things we left out, such as the competition. But I'm excited to read your comments below. I'm Mikey for Electrek, and I will see you on later.